Hey guys, today I'm going to give you some updates, something I found out about Raysbot, or what I like to call COTP 4.5, or WOTC 5.4. But before we talk about it, I want to give you a chance to read this disclaimer. All right, guys, let's get to it and do it. And I say that jokingly. The reason I hate like versions 2.1 and 3. I said, why not just if you're gonna call something, use a 4 or something or 5. Just cast way out there if we're just doing that. But anyway, one of the things I wanted to talk to you about is a conversation that I had with the customer service representative, because something occurred to me as I was thinking about this platform. Remember, now for those of you that don't know what Raysbot is an OTC platform, and very similar to COTPS or COTP, whatever one you call it, or WOTC, or those type of platforms. However, it is a little different, right? It's a little different because it has plans with it. The regular OTC platforms, they don't have plans. They just have whatever the OTC is, and you get that rate, and it just, so then the more you invest, the higher you make, but the rate is pretty much the same. Let me show you something on this one. This was a little bit different. This is like your normal traditional bot. Every 2 hours you're going to get 3% per day, but that's dependent upon you clicking it every 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, right in there every 2 hours to get that rate. Now, if you didn't want to do that, this one of the things I like about Raysbot is that it has these plans. So they give you the option. You can do this one. The traditional one starts at $10. You can get started there on up, or you could go for this one. This is for 3 days. It's $50 on up. The next one is for 7 days. That's $300 off. Now, in these two, you get the same daily earnings, but this one is the 3%, and it's automated, so you don't have to click. There's nothing to click here. This one, you get 3%, but you're having either have a VPS, you have to have a script, or you just have to manually click and get it every time. So you just be aware of that. Now, so here's the deal. On this one, it's 7 days. You get 3.1% per day over those 7 days. It starts at 300 on this one. This one is 15 days. It starts at 700. You get 3.30% on this one. And this one is 30 days. Starts at 3,000. You're going to get 3.6% per day. Here's the deal, though, guys. One of the things that I've seen people say is, well, you can get your principal back at any time. That's the traditional bot. The reason that you could get it back at any time is because there are portions of the time when it's not in transaction. Even on the original bot, if it's in transactions, you can't just go in and get it because it's trading, right? So it's trading. In these, they're trading for you. So you won't get your principal back anytime you want it, right? That's not how that's going to work on these. What you'll do, you'll get it back once the plan ends. So in 3 days, because this is the one I'm in, because I just don't have time to clicking and VPSing and scripting and all that stuff. I ain't got time for that. Look, I'll put it up 3 days. You do your thing, get my 3% every day. I'm a happy man, right? But I can't now go in and say, well, I kind of wanted my principal back now. You can say I can take it out anytime I want. In this one, you can when it's not in transactions. These are going to be locked in transactions for the full time. And that's kind of what I talked to the gentleman about. So if you ever have any questions, this is very insightful. You can just go here and click on help. I don't know if it's going to still be there. Our conversation is going to be still there. So let's see. Yes, it is. If I choose one of the daily plans, since my deposit is locked in transactions, the full time of the plan, I'm not able to withdraw my deposit before the plan is. The principal will not be returned until the robot ends. And in this case, no. And the robot is trading for you all the time over that period of time. I say that makes sense. It makes sense. Just like in any other regular plan, the reason that this may be a little bit different is it's a hybrid, right? It's a hybrid. So people may be confused that it's just like the regular COTP or COTPS, whatever, where I can just get it out anytime. Okay, I said that means if you want to access it, if you want to be able to have access to it, withdraw your principal, it would be better to choose the hourly manual option. Is that correct? Say, yeah, bro. Clap it up, thumbs up, all that good stuff, high five. So that's what I'm saying. Not there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with the platform or anything like that. However, like I said, if that's important to you, if it's important that you have that flexibility to be able to pull it in and out whenever you want, if you want, that's important to you, you want to get the hourly, and there's only one of that. But you can put in as much as you want. You can put 5,000 in, but you're just going to be clicking, but you'll have that flexibility. If you choose one of the daily plans, these are dailies. This is more of an hourly. If you choose one of the daily plans, your principal is going to be locked in. Your principal is going to be locked in. And guys, let me say this. I'm not a financial advisor. This is financial advice. Only invest what you're willing and able to lose, and always do your own due diligence. So it doesn't matter to me which plan you get, right? It doesn't matter to me. I just wanted to share this with you because I don't want you getting in one of these plans and thinking, oh, I can have access to my principal anytime I want to. I can just go grab it and get it. You won't be able to do that. In most platforms, you can't do that with daily plans. Now, some platforms do allow you to withdraw it early. This is not one of them, right? But just on a normal daily plan, you can't access your deposit until that plan is finished. And so I just thought about that. I was like, wow, this is a hybrid. So this may confuse people because a lot of times they don't see things in context. All they see is all that's shared is, oh, and you can get your profit and principal anytime you want it. Well, even on this one, that's not true. You can't, if it's in transaction in that two hour slot, whatever, or however long it is, if it's in transactions, you cannot go get it. Can't pull it out. Now, once it comes out, if you're on manual and you want to take it out, then fine. I mean, you can take it out. I think there's like a $5 charge. I'm not sorry, not 5%, 5%, not 5% charge on all withdrawals. And so just be aware of that. Also, here's another thing you need to be aware of, guys. The minimum is $10 to withdraw. So why is that important? Understand, on this, unless you're sharing this with other people, on this plan, for the 3 days, if you deposit anything less than 100, and even at 100, you're not going to be able to withdraw anything for 3 days. Just saying, because that's just simple math. 3% of 100 is $3. 3 days of $3 is $9. So you're not going to be able to withdraw anything for 3 days because the minimum is $10. Okay. Now I'm not going to go through all the math to find out. You can do that to find out what do I have to do to be able to withdraw, blah, blah, blah. Right. So just be aware that obviously these are going to be different. Now, this is the minimum is 300. So you'll be able to withdraw at some point on these, one of the days. I'm not, once again, not going through the math. That's not important. But if withdrawing is important to you and being able to get it out, understand that this is important. But even on this plan, you can only withdraw with $10 or more, right? So if you put in $10, it's going to be a long time at 3%. Before you can withdraw from this plan. It just is. That's just the facts. It just is what it is. So anyway, nothing wrong with the platform, but these are the things that I want you to think about or know about. But either as you've made the decision, if you made the decision, I just want you to be aware of it, because if you made the decision to get in one of these, now you understand why you can't just go get it, right? And if you're deciding, well, which one of these should I get into? Maybe this will, kind of determine which one of these that you should get into. I'm not telling you which one to get into, or if you don't want to get into it at all, but I do want you to have the information, or at least as much as I have, before making that decision, right? And so if you want to be part of Raysbot, COTB 4.5 WOTC 5.4, click on the link in the description of this video. And if you want a deeper dive about the whole platform, make sure you watch this next video.